It is between Masses on the second Sunday after Easter, Divine Mercy Sunday, but unfortunately it also means that me and Brother Priest are preparing to be disappointed that all of those people who were packing the house, especially last Sunday for Easter, many of them are not going to be here this Sunday, and we probably won't see them again until Christmas, or maybe never again. And it's one thing just to go, well, that's just too bad for them, what a mistake they're making, which it is a mistake that they're making, but we have to ask, how did it get that way? It didn't happen for no reason. And the big question is what are we doing about the kids that are learning and growing up in the church now to keep them from being future used to be Catholics? That's something that we don't take nearly seriously enough because we keep doing the same things over and over again, expecting a different result. What do we have to do? What is the reality? The reality is that most of the time, even in our RE classes, but in the way we interact with our kids and the way that they're taught at home and the faith is prepared, is that we are way more worried about the sentimental feelings of it, like, oh, that was so great, it's so good to see these 20 kids in First Communion class, these 25 kids in Confirmation class. It's just so wonderful. They're so focused right now. Yeah, right now they are, because it's easy to be, because they're kind of captive. But what we don't take seriously enough is that we need to genuinely prepare them for the hard things of this world, for the difficulty of being a Christian in this life. It's not automatic anymore at all. And if we think it is, that's how we get to so many used to be Catholics who just show up maybe once a year, maybe not at all. So what am I proposing? We have to own up to the problem and really take seriously the obligation of giving our children and our families an authentic and true and full experience and lived out life of faith. That means we have to do more than give lip service to actually praying. We need to literally, actually pray. Take time every day with your family, with your children, to pray. The rosary at home should be a daily fixture. The Bible should be a daily part of their lives. That way, when they get to the actual difficulty, temptation, teenage years, when they start being able to drive and can go wherever they want to, they understand what's important. They've already been so soaked in a Catholic sacramental life. If we just leave them to kind of, 1 hour a week for class and kind of let them figure it out, what's going to happen, parents, is that their classmates, the things they see on their phone, that's going to be what informs their moral and their spiritual life. And they're going to come to me and go, well, Father, my 7-year-old doesn't come to Mass anymore. And I'm going to say, well, did you pray with them every day? Did you tell them? Did you show them with your own life why being Catholic was important? Not usually, right? Now, sometimes we do our absolute best and kids still go off their own way. That happens. But the majority of people who are the ones who show up just for Easter or never again, all they were given was like, yeah, you're Catholic and here's some stuff. By the way, here's a rosary when you get confirmed. Cool, put it on the shelf, right? We don't give them authentic, lived out Catholic faith. I mean, read the book of Acts, read the beginning of the church. They are all the time doing intense prayer, fasting, going out of the way to do acts of charity and service for the name of the Lord, for the sake of salvation. That's the kind of thing that teaches our young people and shows them what it's really about. Adults, we should be sharing with our young people, here is what Jesus means to me and why I hope he can be important to you. That's the kind of thing where when they grow up and they reach 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old and they go, you know what? I'm tempted by the world out here. There's all this things out here, but you know what? I know what's important now because I experienced an authentic life of faith. That's how we turn the tide. We get so caught up, we're so sentimental, and I understand there's nothing objectively wrong with it, to have good flowers for First Communion, to have, confirmation look nice, have them all in their proper robes. Great, that's awesome. But the sentimentality is not the point. If we just kind of parade our kids around and be so proud of ourselves because they're here and they look nice, well, that's why they drift off, because they've been treated like little pawns, little decoration. Let's treat our children like Christians who are on their way to eternal life, to give them the actual, real, meaningful, solid gifts of faith as the church has so abundantly at hand. Then we can get out of this pattern of just raising future used to be Catholics.